Hey guys, welcome to my game review that I haven't done in a long time. I haven't done this in a while on my channel, but it's a game review for Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 3DS. This is the fourth Super Smash Bros. Installment, and this is the 3DS version of the game, since the Wii U is also going to have their own version of this game as well. So for this game review, guys, basically, if you've played Super Smash Bros. Before, or if you've never played one, um, basically the whole concept behind these games is they get a bunch of Nintendo iconic characters together into a giant, fighting game, and you can play as Mario and Link and Donkey Kong. And for this newer title, we have characters like Little Mac from Punch Out and Villager from Animal Crossing, and just a bunch of other new characters that I'm going to try to get into detail on later in this review. And basically, rather than making sure the stamina gets to zero in each fight, what's kind of unique about Super Smash Bros., since they've done this in all four games, is basically you try to ring out your opponent as often as you can. Whether it is a stock battle, where you take off as many of their lives as possible, or if it's a time battle, you keep doing that until eventually whoever has the most ring outs will win. And so basically that's kind of what Super Smash Bros. Is about, and the Nintendo 3DS version of this game very much continues that concept that Nintendo started all the way back with the Nintendo 64. So I really enjoyed this new Super Smash Bros. You guys, I've been playing it since it came out. Once again, I apologize that this review is a lot later than I originally wanted it to be, but I wanted to make sure that I played through all the modes and you know, not really beat the game, but play through a good portion of it so I can have a good opinion on it. I made sure that I played the online stuff and the offline stuff, and I gotta say, guys, this is a very well done fighting game. So, for the positives and negatives of Super Smash Bros. 4 for the Nintendo 3DS, first and foremost, this is a very addictive game. Like I said, I've been playing this since the day it came out, which was October 3rd, and it's just a very addictive game. It's just one of those games where once you complete one mode, there's something about another mode that's going to be addictive for you for a while until that mode's complete. Just there's a ton of collectibles, ton of characters to unlock, tons of stages to unlock. There's just a bunch of stuff to unlock in this game, and I guess that's one of the more addictive features of this game. We also get some new great characters in this game. We get characters like Pac-Man, Mega Man, Duck Hunt Dog, Wii Fit Trainer, Villager from Animal Crossing, and Shulk from Xenoblade. Just a ton of new and great characters to play as in this game, and it's just a lot of fun to play. There's several hours of game content in this game. Even when you beat Classic mode, even when you beat All Star mode, a mode that's been continued since Super Smash Bros. Melee for the GameCube. There's just tons of content for this game. There's Smash Run this time. There is just a bunch of other new modes that you can play. There's like Target Smash is a new mode, and just a ton of content that will keep you on to go back to this game as often as you can. This game is also very customizable. This is probably the first um, character customizable friendly Super Smash Bros. Game. I know in Brawl you got to design your own stages. In this game, you get to unlock these moves and outfits for the characters in the game. Both for the Mii's that you can play as your Mii's in this time. There's a Mii Gunner, a Mii Swordsman, a Mii Brawler, but you can also get to customize the characters in the character roster as well, and specifically with their moves and with their outfits. And it's just a really customizable, fun game. Classic Super Smash Brother modes return. We get classic mode, which is you fight a bunch of opponents, you fight teams, you fight a metal version of a character, a giant version of a character, and you get to fight Master Hand and sometimes even Crazy Hand at the end of the mode with that character. All Star mode comes back, and that's basically when you go up against every character in the game. And what they did this time around, which kind of made it more unique, is like Pac-Man's in the game and Mario's in the game and stuff. Because those characters are older, you get to fight them first, and as you progress in All-Star mode, you actually fight newer characters from the Nintendo lineup. So how they handled that this time is pretty good. Because in the last game, basically they would just throw a bunch of characters at you, and you would just the mode wouldn't be over with until you beat all the characters. And then home run contest returns. That's the one where you get a baseball bat and you play from any character from the game, and your goal is to make sure the sandbag goes as far as possible in the stadium, and you want to keep breaking your own personal records, so that way the the game will have more mileage behind, how far you hit the sandbag and things like that. Also, another big positive about Super Smash Bros. 4 is the one-on-one online play was improved really well. I'll get into detail about worldwide online play or national online play, but like let's say you have somebody on your friend list and you and that person want to go a one-on-one online and you live pretty far away from each other. The one-on-one online play was improved very much so in this new Smash Brothers game. So huge thumbs up to Nintendo. Online play is much better this time than it was in Super Smash Brothers Brawl, which was very sluggish and slow if you ask me back when that game came out. For the negatives of Super Smash Bros. 4, Smash Run mode, one of the new modes in the game, is pretty disappointing for the most part. Basically, you don't really unlock anything. Like you can unlock like trophies and moves and things like that, but you can also get that in Classic mode already, and you also already get that in All Star mode, and those are better modes. And what's kind of disappointing about Smash Run is it feels too much like a special melee from those who remember that from Super Smash Bros. Melee, where basically, it's the same as Smash mode, but there's something special, about it. Like you can make your characters metal, or make your characters giants, make your characters a silhouette. Smash Run kind of felt like that to me. It was cool. I thought the first part of Smash Run, where you're, collecting, defense points and power points and speed points and things that will transition well into the next battle of Smash Run. I thought that part of it was kind of cool because it kind of reminded me of Adventure Mode, specifically of the Hyrule Temple level of Adventure Mode of Super Smash Bros. Melee. But once you get into the actual battle, it's just kind of stupid and boring. It's like, really, I spent 5 minutes collecting all this stuff in this realm, and then it's just another Smash fight. And it's just like, really, that's all you're going to do? And my other complaint with the new game is that there's some questionable new characters. Before this game came out, people were like, "Oh, well, they got to have this character this time, and this character, and this character." And the sad thing is that some of those characters that the fans recommended or wanted were more interesting characters than some of the new characters we got this time. I actually have a list here of characters I felt weren't really necessary for this game. Rather, they were just pointless. Didn't want them. Were a poor choice compared to what the fans wanted. Some of these characters are Robin from Fire Emblem, Lucina from Fire Emblem, Jigglypuff, who I still don't understand why they're keeping her around for these games, Greninja from Pokemon, Palutena from Kid Icarus, and Dark Pit from Kid Icarus. All 6 of those characters did not need to be in this game. I thought Jigglypuff was just kind of a joke that they put into this game, because she's been in the other games. I don't need Jigglypuff anymore. Let's just get that onto the table, Nintendo. I don't want Jigglypuff in a future Super Smash Bros. Game. She's a pointless character. I don't want her in any more of these games. Robin and Lucina, I didn't want them. I felt Professor Egad or Waluigi or Dixie Kong from Donkey Kong would have already been better choices. Even King K. Rool would have been a better choice. Greninja, don't care about him. Didn't want him. I felt a better character could have been chosen for the game. Same with Palutena. Don't care about her. Didn't want her. While we're at it, I didn't read Rosalina either. Pretty pointless character. And Dark Pit. I mean, he's the same as Pit, just a different costume, and he just so happens to have a darker personality. So, few characters that I wanted to get out of the way that I felt weren't necessary for this game and could have been traded in for a more interesting character. And then that goes to my worldwide complaint about the online play. Though the one-on-one stuff is fine, like if you have people on your friend list and you have like 1 or 2 of them that you're fighting against online, that stuff is fine. It plays out pretty well. It's pretty smooth gameplay. But when you play worldwide, like I've tried to a couple times, it's very glitchy. It's very kind of like what Brawl ran into. It's very slow at times, and I felt the online worldwide play and nationwide play could have been a little bit better because it was kind of slow and sluggish to me a little bit. But the one-on-one stuff with your friends list people is still pretty good. And then that goes to my last complaint that I thought there was some character power downgrades that they did. I really saw this a lot with both Link and Olimar. Either their speed or their power was downgraded a lot. With Olimar, I know you can't have as many Pikmin on the stage now as you did in the previous game. And when I played him a couple times, I did notice that, just the overall character just doesn't play as well as he did in the previous games. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes there at Nintendo to make that possible or what happened there. But I really wish some of these characters would have still played the same way they did in Brawl, because some of them played very fine in Brawl, and I don't know why Nintendo insisted on changing them as much as they did for some of these characters. But I will say that characters like Bowser and characters like yeah, I'll just say Bowser for now. But some of these characters, I would say, were improved a little bit. I would say, Bowser, moves a little bit quicker now than he did in the previous game, and he's really, really strong like he was in the last game. So huge thumbs up for those who like Bowser. He's much more improved in this game. So overall, guys, I'm going to give Super Smash Bros. 4 for the Nintendo 3DS a 9 out of 10. I think it's a very addictive, fun game that every Nintendo 3DS owner should have. For those who love Super Smash Brothers, you got to have this game. And what's cool about having it for the 3DS is you can have it on the go now. So that's a huge thumbs up to Nintendo once again. So 9 out of 10. Love this game. Like I said, though, things like Smash Run and some questionable new characters, some glitchy online play with the worldwide stuff, and some character power downgrades is what kind of prevented me from giving this either a 9.5 or a 10 out of 10. But huge thumbs up, though. I love this game. Like I said, for those who have a Nintendo 3DS, please pick up this game. For those who love Super Smash Brothers, please pick up this game. And for those who have a Nintendo Wii U, I'm sure that version of the game is going to be a lot of fun when that comes out as well. So, hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hope you guys enjoyed the game for those who picked this up. And I will see you guys here for potentially a future game review. And I know for sure for some future movie reviews.